So 2023 was a really big year for us in terms of commercial expansion. I think it was really the first year where we had really serious, numbers in terms of customers coming aboard, in terms of growing our revenue. We launched pretty much a new sales motion, and that, we saw that kind of take off more and more throughout the year. And we had multiple customers going into production every quarter. That was across industries. So industries like workforce compliance and training, recruitment, education, and healthcare. And what we mean when we say they went into production, I think is really exciting to point out. It means they were actually issuing credentials to individual holders, whether it be their trainees, their customers, who were able to hold those in a wallet and use those for verification purposes. So we're actually seeing, real world usage of this technology, which to me is really cool to see. And I think that's just getting started for us. And just to highlight a few exciting partners, feel free to jump in as well, you guys, as everybody's kind of involved with all these partners. First one to bring up is Polygon. So Polygon ID, I think a lot of people have probably heard about. It's a network for issuing credentials and doing verifications. They heavily use zero knowledge proofs. And we started speaking to them pretty much exactly a year ago. And they actually came to us because they recognized the immense benefits that Dock could bring to organizations looking to work with Polygon via the tooling that we have that really makes it simple and easy to issue credentials, to adopt this technology. It kind of levels the playing field for organizations who might not have blockchain developers. They might not want to, hold crypto, all these things that create barriers for adoption. And so they came to us offering, asking if we could integrate with them. We went through kind of the work to do that and had a really big launch in July. So Nick and Mike, you were there at EthCC in Paris presenting on stage a demo of the integration. And that followed up with commercial interest from some major organizations and a lot of usage by developers as well who want easy, quick ways to build their centralized identity apps.
We are super excited with the solution that Dock has brought and the integration that they have done with Polygon ID, just because we are giving the opportunity to developers that are joining, for instance, hackathons in a matter of minutes to set up their own issuer, create their own credentials, and start issuing credentials. That's just for hackers, but this doesn't end here. So you can use it and make it available for real use cases in the Web3 space and also in the Web2 space. So thank you very much for that.
I think it's just been a great partnership. They've been really helpful and supportive of us, and they do regular hackathons, and so every time they do a hackathon, we see a little bump up in usage, which is great because we know they're going to the participants of the hackathon saying, "Hey, if you guys want to get this set up quickly, come to Dock because Dock's got it figured out." And for me, leading the engineering team and the team that delivers that tools that they're using, it feels great to know that people are using it and they're finding it useful and as easy as we want it to be. So yeah, to me, it's been a great experience and good for us to learn as well.
I love how the Dock partnership demonstrates the vision of an open ecosystem. Our standard demo is our issuer and their verifier, and it's cross blockchains and it works. That's exactly the kind of solution we're trying to build.
Definitely good points there. And sharing kind of another really cool partner that we had go into production this year is Gravity South Africa. So this is a training provider who provides training for construction workers required to work at very large heights. So they recognize that there was a significant problem with workers using fake credentials.
We had a bit of issues with people falsifying our certificates, so that's quite of a big risk, not even for yourself but for us as well, because a person, if they falsify a document and they go to an employer and tell them, "I'm competent to work at heights," but they don't really know what they were doing. They might have watched a YouTube video or played a game even, and they think that they can still do the job to the best of their knowledge, and he might get hurt. He's walking around with one of our certificates, so he's claiming that he came to one of our facilities for training, and that is one of our biggest challenges that we got. So, even if it's on a digital form, we had no way of verifying or making sure that this person didn't falsify documents, and for the employer as well, so that they know the person that's giving them a document or a certificate telling him he came to one of our facilities for training, that he actually came to us and he didn't just falsify the document. The verifiable credentials runs through a blockchain. So there's an easy way for us and for the employer, obviously, to verify that this document has not been falsified. That's already a big changer for us. And then if you'd look on how your certificate gets issued to you, there's many ways, obviously going through DOC, there's many ways that employers in general or clients that come to us for training where they can receive their documents to make sure something has not been falsified. And we've actually ran a few tests trying to falsify documents, and we tried to cheat the system and we couldn't. So this is such a big game changer for us.
And they really loved what they saw with DOC to be able to prevent those fake credentials, and as well as add a lot more efficiency to their process. So I believe they said that what used to take them an entire day to issue one credential, they can do in a few minutes now. So that is really cool, quantifiable value that we can point to that we're bringing with them. And they launched early this year and saw such great results that I think pretty quickly came back to us wanting to expand what their plans with us and to support their international expansion into new markets. So really, really cool example of, I think, a great use case for verifiable credentials and an organization adopting this, putting it out in the real world and seeing those benefits and seeing the new opportunities that it could bring them as well.
I wanted to go to South Africa and take their training, but Nick and Alina felt like there were better uses of my time than I could learn about the credential in a different way. But ropes training sounds lots of fun.
I think there's a good team building opportunity there for us next year.
Yeah, I can imagine you, Mike, being suspended way above the ground at this point.
And just to share kind of one third example of the organization that went into production this year is Burst IQ, which is a US-based company that provides an innovative platform for securing and managing sensitive data. They work primarily with healthcare organizations, but they also do work in workforce development and life sciences. They've been fans of DOC for years now. We've been speaking to them for years and kind of supporting them through their journey with adopting and rolling out verifiable credentials. So it's really, really exciting to see them push this out. They kind of did a softer launch this year, and I think it's going to be launched in an even bigger way next year. And what's great about Burst IQ is they're an example of a partner for DOC who they work with a lot of kind of major healthcare networks. They work with the state of Colorado. So it's an opportunity for DOC's credentials to be used by these major organizations and to have a really strong partner in this industry who can help get that to these end kind of customers of verifiable credentials. So I think there's a lot more that we're going to see from them this coming year.
When we learned about DOC's interoperability, scalability, flexibility, and your amazing advanced privacy preserving strategies, we realized that DOC offered the complete package that we were looking for. So we had performed a very long and thorough search, and afterward, it was very clear that DOC would be the best partner for what Burst IQ anticipates will be a long relationship.
And just to kind of round out, kind of looking ahead into 2024, I shared a few examples from this year of kind of exciting customers coming into production. But we do have a lot more that's going to be kind of being rolled out in next year that's in the works right now, including a major U.S. university, a widely used e-learning platform, a national port authority, really interesting real-world use cases that we can't talk too much about yet, but definitely stay tuned as those go live. And I really believe 2024 is going to be one of the strongest years for DOC yet. I think we're going to see adoption at really kind of high levels like we've never seen before. And so really excited that we're at the forefront of being able to bring this to these organizations.